Welcome back. Before the break, I spoke on the contents of the Sangha and, of course, the benefits or the meanings of the 6 harmonies that exist within the Sangha. So now let's continue on talking on this topic, on this subject. So, although we've said that a good Buddhist doesn't need to always stay with the Sangha, but still, we still recommend for Buddhists to make as much contact with the Sangha as possible, because they create a direct link from the Dharma that has been passed down by the Buddha. So basically, if you try to trace the Dharma, it can be traced from generations to generations of monks and nuns directly back to the Buddha. So in a way, they have obtained a direct transmission of the Dharma. Therefore, they will provide a guide for us as lay Buddhists in our practice and understanding of Buddhism. The Sangha practiced the Dharma. The Buddha passed the Dharma through the Sangha. So a proper Buddhist order can only be established through the fusion of the Triple Gem. Now, taking refuge in the Sangha is like having a field of merit in our minds. And this field is there for us to work on, to cultivate. So in this field, we can build homes, we can invest our assets, we can try to grow things. So in the spiritual sense, this is a field for us to grow our merits in order for us to live a better future. Now we've talked about the basic ideas of the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha. Let us explore the deeper meaning of refuge taking. The true spirit of the Triple Gem actually lies within each of us, just as a butcher can become a Buddha when he decides to drop his knife. According to Mahayana Buddhism, Buddha nature is neither an external acquisition or a newly acquired quality, because it has always been there with us. So this is similar to what I've talked about before, for the Buddha being a nature that is a part of us possessing the Buddha nature. So each of us are a treasure house that is waiting to be opened up for its content to be used. So without taking refuge, perhaps we will never actually open up this treasure chest, and consequently, perhaps we'll never get to benefit from what is inside this treasure chest. There is a story about who is the Buddha to clarify our idea of this Buddha nature within us, because a lot of us are afraid of the idea of us being a Buddha, because the Buddha usually appears as somebody who is very distant away from us, someone who is perfect. So once there was a man who asked the Chan master, "Who is the Buddha?" The Chan master answered, "I can't tell you the answer because you are not going to believe you are not going to believe in me." Then the man said again, "How can I not believe in you? You're my master. If I don't believe in you, who else am I going to believe in?" So the Chan master said, "Okay, if you are ready, I'm going to tell you the answer. You asked who is the Buddha? You are the Buddha." The man said, "Me? Am I the Buddha? I can't be the Buddha. How can I be a Buddha? A Buddha is someone who has attained enlightenment. A Buddha is someone who is perfect, so I can't be the Buddha." So the Chan master said, "Well, this is exactly the problem. You are burdened with the I, the word I, capital I, the self. Therefore, you cannot accept the fact that you are a Buddha." So the man then said again, "Well, master, does this mean you are the Buddha?" The master said again, "No, you're wrong again. I'm not the Buddha." So what exactly is the answer here? The Chan master said, "Well, it is because you are burdened with the idea of the I and you. That's why your Buddha nature cannot be uncovered." So our Buddha nature is usually overshadowed by our delusion and clinging, especially with the ideas of the things that appear us, or the idea of self. So it's like a mirror that has been covered up by dust and dirt. When you look into it, you don't see anything. But if you have possessed the wisdom to wipe this dust and dirt away, then you will see much clearly. you will see a mirror that reflects deeply into you and a mirror that shows your Buddha nature. Just as the Buddha, when he attained enlightenment while he was gazing upon the stars, this is what he said. This is amazing. All sentient beings possess the Buddha's wisdom and virtues. It's just that their enlightenment is prevented by their own delusions and clinging. So our Buddha nature represents the Buddha gem that lies within us. And in order to find out the gem of Dharma, we will see the equanimity in our nature, which is our sense of equality, the way we treat others impartially and sees them as all the same. And our Sangha gem can be found within our love for serenity and happiness. So taking refuge means to rely on the Buddha's guidance, to learn more about ourselves, and to have more confidence in what we can do. So basically to affirm our own strength. So this way we'll become more self-reliant and confident in reclaiming our intrinsic triple gem. The triple gem here is like our homes. They're like our parents. They're like a place of safety, and a place that offers refuge. And the triple gem shows us everything we can be. The triple gem actually exists in three different stages, and they're respectively the original triple gem, the abiding triple gem, and the intrinsic triple gem. The original triple gems include the Sakyamuni Buddha himself as the Buddha, and the Four Noble Truths and 12 links of dependent origination as the Dharma, which was the very first teachings that the Buddha taught. And the original Sangha consists of the 5 bhikkhus, upon whom the teaching was conferred onto by the Buddha himself. So therefore they constitute the original triple gem. After the Buddha passed away, the triple gem was then represented by the Buddha's statues, and then Dharma was represented as the Tripitaka, which was the Buddhist scriptures or the Buddhist canon, and the Sangha was represented by the monastics, which is what we call the Buddhist monks or nuns, or the bhikkhus and bhikkhunis. And the intrinsic triple gem is, of course, the nature of Dharma, the nature of Buddha, the nature of Dharma, and the nature of Sangha that lies within each of us. So that's what we're talking about as our Buddha nature. So here, the true refuge taking is through having faith in practicing according to the original triple gem, the abiding triple gem, and finally uncovering or realizing our intrinsic triple gem. According to one of the Buddhist sutras, there are 6 reasons or 6 explanations to why we must respect the triple gem. The first one is that the triple gem is rare, just like material of these worldly gems that are not easy to find, or it's just like a very poor person. For a very poor person to find such a gem, the opportunity for such is extremely rare. So this is why that the Buddha, the Dharma, and Sangha are considered very rare and very rare and valuable spiritual possessions. The second reason is that the triple gem is without flaws. Just like when you see a perfect diamond, you cannot find anything wrong with it. So basically, the triple gem is beyond defilement and flaws. The third reason is that the triple gem is powerful. Just like a worldly gem or a diamond has the power of ridding us of our material sufferings, it can satisfy our economic needs. The triple gem here has the power to help us get rid of our suffering and our material and spiritual needs. Fourthly is that the triple gem is significant. Just as a material gem is significant, the fourth reason is that it's magnificent. That's the actual word, magnificent. Just like a diamond or material gem is a magnificent adornment, the triple gem here shows us how magnificent or how beautiful or how great our beauty and purity can be. And these are the beauty and purity that lies deeply within our minds. The fifth reason is that the triple gem is of the highest value. Just as the material gem can be our most valuable asset in this world, so the triple gem is our most valuable spiritual asset. Looks like we need to stop here again. So stay with me, and I will talk about the six reasons to why we should respect the triple gem. Welcome back again. Before the break, I was just talking about the 6 reasons to why we should pay respect to the triple gem. And now, I've talked about 5 already, so let's continue with the 6th one. So the 6th reason to why we should pay respect to the triple gem is the fact that the Buddha and the Dharma and the Sangha are immutable, just like gold. It doesn't matter what shape we mold it into. Its essence of gold will never change. So it's also similar to water. When you put water in different containers, although the shape takes different forms, but still the essence of water doesn't change. So the same goes to the triple gem. No matter what language we actually write it in or express it in, it will never change in meaning. Just like how we're discussing this in English now, the meaning or the significance of the triple gem will not be any less than that which is described or expressed in Chinese. So basically we can regard the Buddha as the doctor, the Dharma as the medicine, while the Sangha is the nurse. And together these 3 will take care of us and cure our illness. So it is only with these 3, it is only with the Buddha, the Dharma and the Sangha together that we will be able to free ourselves from our delusions and eventually reach the far shore of enlightenment. The Buddhist sutras have also spoke of the 10 benefits to taking refuge in the triple gem. So the first one is that by taking refuge in the triple gem, we become disciples of the greatest teacher. And secondly, by taking refuge in the triple gem, we will no longer be reborn in the 3 evil realms, or sometimes people refer to this as the 3 lower realms. They are the realms of hell, animals, and hungry ghosts. The third benefit is that by taking refuge in the triple gem, we will start to improve our characters. This is like someone having a better clothing on him, then he will have a much better appearance. And the fourth is that by taking refuge in the triple gem, we will always be under the protections of the devas, or they're also called the protectors of the Dharma. And 5, by taking refuge in the triple gem, we will always be blessed by the heavenly beings, and at the same time, we will always be respected by our fellow human beings. And 6th, by taking refuge in the triple gem, we will accomplish many good things, and effects of the bad karmas which you have created will be lessened. And the 7th benefit to taking refuge in the triple gem is that we will continue to gain a lot of merit and virtue. And of course, what we gain here is much better than any material gain that you can ever have. And number 8 is that we will always be with good company, or the people who will help us, who will offer their helping hand in times of difficulty or help us change for the better. And the 9th one is that taking refuge in the triple gem lays a foundation for our future moral and spiritual growth. The last of the 10 benefits is that once we take refuge in the triple gem, it would lead us to Buddhahood even if we don't practice Buddhism now. So this is like you taking refuge now, and while you have become a Buddhist, but if you don't practice Buddhism, that's still alright because you have already planted a seed for enlightenment or Buddhahood for the future. So the above are the 10 benefits to taking refuge in the Triple Gem. Now I'm going to talk about a few questions that people have asked me about refuge taking. This was also what caused the hesitation in taking refuge, or maybe these are the doubts they have had. The first one is people have asked me, do I need to become a vegetarian? And well, you don't have to, because vegetarianism in Buddhism is, for Buddhists, is only a dietary choice. And the reason to why Buddhists are vegetarians is for them to practice the thoughts of compassion, for them to show compassion to other living beings in this world. The next question is, people have asked me, well, after I have taken refuge in the Triple Gem, can I still show respect to the gods or deities of other religions? The answer is, of course, you can. Because when you take refuge in the Triple Gem, you are making a declaration that you will follow the guidance of the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. But it doesn't say that you should stop paying respect to the other religions now, because wouldn't that make us Buddhists as hypocrites? Because Buddhism has always been regarded as a religion of tolerance and equality. So it is fine for you to still pay respect to the other religions, or what we call the gods or deities of the other religions, or of course your ancestors, especially for the Chinese people. The third question is that, is taking refuge simply an act that exists in a single moment? Well, the period of the ceremony may be short, but here when you take an oath during the ceremony, you're making a lifetime connection with the Buddha. So when you join in the ceremony, it's not only a momentary act. Remember, you have made a declaration for the rest of your life that you have chosen this as your religion. Now the other question is, do we have to worship Buddhist monastics after we have taken refuge in the Triple Gem? Well, you don't really have to worship them, but still you still need to show your respect to the monastics because they are still a part of the Triple Gem. And usually a lot of people will make the common mistake after taking refuge is to only pay respect to one item of the Triple Gem, or not all three of them. But this is not right. Remember, we've talked about the importance of for a Buddhist community to operate properly. It is only with the fusion of the Triple Gem. Therefore, the three items of the Triple Gem are equally important to one another. So after talking to you about these questions, I hope I have cleared some of your confusions about taking refuge or becoming a Buddhist. Now, you may wonder a bit of what the Triple Gem, taking refuge in the Triple Gem ceremony will be like. So let me just share a little bit with you because of limited time. There are some procedures to taking refuge in the Triple Gem, but there are also other points that we need to remember, is that when we volunteer or when we show our willingness to take refuge in the Triple Gem, it actually comes from the deepest part of our heart. So by becoming a part of the ceremony, it actually provides the right conditions to make our inner resolves even stronger. So it may only take a few minutes to take refuge in the Triple Gem, but from this small amount of time that we're investing, we will actually reap the infinite protections of the Buddha. And his protection will stay with us throughout all of our future lives. So when we take refuge in the Triple Gem, we're actually we're developing a relationship with the Buddha. So it's a connection that goes on for a long time. And remember, if we use a filthy container to draw water from a clear spring, we still cannot get a clean, fresh resource of water to drink. Rather, this is similar to us taking refuge in the Triple Gem. If we do so with a mind full of doubt or defilement and pride, we will actually never get the full benefit of our act. So for this reason, the Sutra of Great Names says that all who take refuge in the Triple Gem should first clear their minds by acts of repentance, and then with reverence and purity of mind, they should press their palms together and kneel before the Buddha as they make this promise. And usually they would repeat the following 3 lines 3 times, but I'll just say it once. Here it says, I, as a disciple of the Buddha, take refuge in the Buddha until my bodily form is extinguished. The Buddha is worthy of my respect because he is both virtuous and wise. I take refuge in the Dharma until my bodily form is extinguished. The Dharma is worthy of my respect because it teaches us how to overcome desire. Thirdly, I take refuge in the Sangha until my bodily form is extinguished. The Sangha is worthy of my respect because it is the center of the Buddhist community. So the act of taking refuge in the Triple Gem is our first act of consciously and willingly moving towards full awakening in the enlightened mind. For this reason, it is very important to take refuge in a ceremony conducted by a properly ordained monastic. During this ceremony, we voice our vows to indicate clearly what we're taking refuge in indicate clearly that we're taking refuge in each of the 3 aspects of the Triple Gem, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Therefore, in the very first episode of English Buddhist Terminology today, we have explored the meaning and significance of taking refuge in the Triple Gem. Therefore, to put it simply, the Buddha is the doctor, while the Dharma is the medicine and Sangha the nurse. And together, when these 3 are put together, they offer us the right directions and guidance to the path of Buddhahood and to the liberation of suffering and delusion. Therefore, I hope I have cleared your misunderstandings or hesitations today. So won't you come and join us on the path to Buddhahood by taking refuge in the Triple Gem? Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.